Hi, everyone. I'm going to read you a story today that's called A Little Spot of Courage, a story about being brave. It talks about ways that we're courageous that sometimes we don't even recognize. Hi, I'm Courage Spot. I'm here to help you do something that is challenging or difficult, especially when you're afraid. You might even see me when you're brave, too. I thought superheroes were the only people who showed courage. You might have thought of superheroes when I said the word courage, but here are some real heroes who grow their courage spot every day by keeping us safe. So I see someone who's in the army, and a firefighter, and a policewoman, and a doctor. I really do believe all those people are real superheroes. You don't need to wear a cape to have courage. Courage is inside of all of us, and we can do small or large acts of courage every day. You may not see the effects of your courage right away, but I can tell you that every act of courage, big or small, makes a positive difference in this world. That's why we want to grow our courage spot as big as we can. One way we can do this is by creating courage cards. Reading these cards can provide inspiration to do more acts of courage. So what the courage spot is suggesting, everyone, is that you take a little piece of paper and every time you do an act of courage, you write it down. Through the story, we'll see where the characters do that. Courage might look heroic on the outside, but on the inside, it might feel like worry or frustration. Courage isn't something that makes us not scared. It's something that helps us overcome worries. In addition to your courage spot, your confidence spot will help you too. The more you believe in yourself, the easier it will be to show courage. Try repeating this to yourself. Today is a new day. I will have a great start. I will listen to the voice inside my heart. I will let good thoughts inside my mind and tell myself, I am brave, I am loving, and I am kind. Looks like repeating that made the little girl look very happy. There are times when you might avoid a safe situation because you're feeling worried or scared. This is when your anxiety spot grows a lot and it doesn't make you feel very good. That's why you want to try to grow your courage spot every day. I was worried before I went to the party because I didn't know that many people, but I ended up having a great time. So that was her courage card. She went even though she was scared, and it turned out okay. Let's look at some times when you both wrote on your courage card, like when an accident happened and you had to have courage to be honest. I told my parents I broke the vase playing soccer in the house. Or when you were both scared at the doctor's office, you learned that doctors are there to help keep you healthy, and you both had the courage to stay calm. I went to the doctor today and I wasn't scared at all. I even got a sticker. I know some of my grandchildren get a pretzel stick when they go to the doctor's office. That's kind of a fun treat, isn't it? The other person said, I was a little scared to go to the doctor's office, but the doctor made me feel better. Remember when those kids were laughing when somebody fell and they tried to get you to laugh too? You knew that that was wrong and you had the courage to say no. Are you okay? That was a rough fall. Let me help you. On his courage card, it says, I didn't follow the crowd and I helped someone in need. I bet that felt really good. You did a great job helping the new student feel welcomed when no one else did. You had the courage to be kind. Hi, you can sit next to me. It was kind to the new girl in school today, and I showed her around. What a nice thing that is to do. Those clothes you had on yesterday were pretty awesome. It was great to see you had the courage to be who you are. Her courage card says, I wore my favorite outfit even though it didn't really match. And the little boy said, I wore my favorite bow tie, even though I was worried that my friends wouldn't like it. That's great. They decided to just be true to themselves. When you had to get up on stage, you first wrote out your worries before the event. That gave you the courage to manage your emotions. I saw that you had a hard time learning a new skill, and you had the courage to be resilient and try again. His courage card said, art was really hard, but I kept trying. Have you guys had experiences where something's been really hard, but you decided not to give up? All great art starts with a scribble. Look, he won first prize because he didn't give up. Even grown-ups have a hard time with that. You guys should know. Sometimes it's not easy to keep trying. I was proud to see when you shared that you didn't understand. I bet you helped out other kids too because you had the courage to ask questions. His courage card said, I asked the teacher for help today. I saw how intimidated you both were trying out for the basketball team, but you had the courage to make new friends and try something new. One courage card says, I tried out for the basketball team. And the other said, I tried out for the team again. That might mean that the first time they didn't make the team. Do you remember when you were learning to tie your shoes? Even though you were frustrated, you had courage to keep trying. Oh, this is hard. I can do this. I did it. Tying my shoes was hard, but I didn't give up. Riding your bike was pretty challenging. You fell a dozen times, but you kept getting up. You had the courage to persevere. Her courage card says, I learned how to ride my bike. I just bought a bike last week and I'm having to relearn riding it because I haven't ridden a bike since I was a little girl. It took a little courage for me to do that, and I'm really happy I did. I was so excited when you finally realized scary shadows were not scary after all. You had the courage to manage your fear. His courage card says, I could sleep without my light on. And hers said, I had fun making shadow puppets in the dark. Maybe they both used to be afraid of the dark and they found fun ways to get around that. I was happy when you discovered that your taste buds are constantly changing. What you didn't like to eat last week could be your favorite food this week. You had the courage to try new food. I tried papaya and it tasted yummy. I tried red bell peppers tonight and I actually liked them. Sometimes when we try new things, we're surprised, aren't we? I was delighted you were able to take small steps to achieve your goal. You had the courage to try. I was able to make it halfway on the monkey bars. I was glad you were determined to find the owner of the item you found in the park. You had the courage to do the right thing. It looks like somebody left their watch in the sandbox, and the little boy made a sign and put it on the tree that said lost watch so people would be able to find it. His courage card said, I found a watch and then I looked for the owner. What a nice thing to do. He could have kept the watch for himself, but that probably wouldn't have felt good in the long run. Wow, look at all these courage cards. Try reading them throughout the week to inspire you to do more acts of courage. How can you show courage this week? That might be a fun exercise for you guys to do. I might try it myself because, as I said, sometimes grown-ups need to remember to be courageous and brave too, not just kids. I hope you enjoyed that story. I'll be back to read to you in a little while. Have a great day in the meantime.